Feel sick. That monster, how many girls did Dagashi pass around and abuse before she murdered him? And Reina, she looked the same as she does now, 16 years old. Child. The guy, she had her locked up and she tried to take back control the only way she knew. Or she thought she could only she came back. And all that pain and suffering came back with her. When I was in that room, I could feel it like it was my very own. And it's not the first time I felt it. The dark was steeped into it. As soon as I realized it, it was like the air changed. I can sense a pulse now, like a heartbeat following me, but it's not enough. The mask could help me find the door, and I can feel it dark, but the path still isn't open to me. What am I missing? My gut tells me it has to do with the common Kai, and the only one alive who knows about it is the old Kawana woman. She has to tell me what happened. Oh, welcome back! It's Mossy, and I am still afraid of this game. I was very hesitant to click on play on Steam, and well, here I am. Finally back here. Oh, what happened to the attendant? Didn't we punch him in the face? Can we not check? Okay, fine. Is that gonna bite us in the ass later?
You? I told you to stay away from my family. Don't drag my grandchildren into this any more than you already have. Stay back!
I have questions about the common Kai, the group your dad and son-in-law were part of. You're the only one alive who'd remember.
Common Kai? I don't remember anything about it. Leave me.
Grandma. Oh,
Grandma, enough. Listen to yourself. You even realize you're lying anymore? Takashi told us everything. And you, Ito, just because this investigation's important to you doesn't give you the right to just barge in here.
Why, your grandma and I need to talk. If that upsets you, maybe you should go.
No, I'm not going anywhere. This is the house I grew up in. It's as much as mine as it is Grandma's. If you have something to say, you can say it in front of me. Only a little while ago, I found out my parents died in some cult, and no one even knows why. You think hearing that was easy for me? I want to help you, Ito, but all the deceit and lies are starting to hurt people.
What I'm chasing is so much worse.
Tell that to the poor man at the station. He's in the hospital now, terrified out of its wits.
The who?
People aren't only here to be used for information then thrown away while you move on. They have lives too. And bringing up the past can hurt. Surely you of all people can understand that.
Oh, it did bite me in the ass. I do, but ignoring the past won't make it go away. And there's unfinished business from the common Kai that needs to be taken care of.
But what's left to talk about? Everybody's dead, right?
I promised to talk to you about all this later. For now, let me end the detective talk. Go on, you were cooking us dinner, weren't you?
Alright, we'll talk about it later. But I'll be in the other room if you need me.
You found me out. Now that Maya knows, I suppose there's no point in keeping a secret any longer. The truth is, my daughter never would have joined the common Kai if it weren't for me. I convinced her and husband to join. I was already a member. At the time I joined, my husband had left me and I lost my job, suddenly leaving me with a single unemployed mother who could barely support her daughter. That's when Tokimasa found me and told me that the society that stigmatized and shunned me was a fiction, a great machine to be fought, and that my very soul was at stake. Of course, he used me as he did everyone else. I desperately wanted to hear that my struggles weren't my fault. They stole everything from me. My youth, my mind, and then my child. And then one day,
in 1996, they all died. The cause of death was buried and no autopsies were performed. Or if they were hidden. Why?
that's simple. The government didn't care about some dead cultist in the woods and covered it up so the papers wouldn't sensationalize their deaths.
That's it? After everything I found, you expect me to believe that? 12 people died that day, no one knows why. What happened? Tell me the truth.
You want to know what happened so badly? Fine, I'll tell you. They died for nothing. Followed in the footsteps of a madman who believed that life was an illusion. As words of other compounds and other groups being raided spread, Tokimasa began warning us that the end was near. He believed that the world was collapsing. It was time for him and his followers to abandon the flesh and find purity among the gods. My Emiko didn't die from some conspiracy. She chose death because she has no longer had the anchor to reality. And it was my fault. Beyond that, I don't know what happened to them.
No, you do know something. In the report, it says after the officers cleared the bodies, they found the mask. The same one you handed to me 6 months ago.
That's... Okimasa would always keep it to himself, saying it granted him sight into the realm of the kami. I needed it! You don't understand. It allowed us to see strange things and people who were gone. The guru was a fool, a fake, but the mask was real.
There was a rumor that the cult members were killed by one of their own. Surely you didn't.
No, you don't understand. I would never kill my child. I didn't take the mask. It was given to me. One day a man, some journalist or other, showed up at my door carrying the mask. I couldn't believe it. I begged him for it. He stood there smiling at me. His eyes were like none I'd ever seen. It was strange. All he wanted was in exchange for the mask was a picture of Emiko. When I joined the cult, I was forced to give up my possessions and only had one left. But I gave it to him nonetheless.
Is it the collector?
I thought if I had the mask and I could find her, that maybe she would forgive me. As soon as I had it in my hands, my mind opened. I could hear her voice.
So you went into the sewers chasing after her, thinking you could save her.
Takashi told you that as well, did he? Yes, it's true. Emiko was crying out to me, begging me to find her and free her from a dark place. I would have given anything to hold her in my arms again and plead her forgiveness. I don't care if you don't believe me.
Just like Tanaka was calling out to me. I do believe you. We were probably some of the few people left alive who know what this mask is capable of. If you really thought it would help you find her, then why did you give it to me?
Because I was wrong. At first, I only followed whispers. Then I found myself in a strange labyrinth, chasing after a shadow. The days bled together. I lost track of my grandchildren, of the shrine. It was an illusion. No matter how I tried, I never found her. I only became more and more disconnected from the world around me. I descended into madness. I was being used again, just as Tokimasa had used me so many years ago. I tried getting rid of it, throwing it away, burning it. None of it mattered. It always came back. And when I did, the visions and whispers only got worse. So I put it out of my mind and tried as best I could to live a life of solitude and ignored the screams of my daughter. Then you came. And when you did, the mask was screaming out in voices I've never heard before. I thought it was a sign, so I gave it to you. I didn't even have time to breathe out a sigh of relief. I heard a gunshot ring out. No one else ran to it. I think I was the only one who knew that sound for what it was. I thought the mask was punishing me once again by taking Mai away from me. Instead, it had passed tragedy to another. I'm sorry. Perhaps the knowledge of the mask could die with us.
There's one other person who knows about the mask. A girl named Reina. Does that name mean anything to you?
No, I don't know anybody by that name. You expect me to know everybody who's touched the mask?
No, but you were involved with a group that worshipped it. Are you sure you're telling me everything?
Yes. What good will accusing an old woman do? Unless you're chasing someone too. That must be it. I told me you lost someone, your partner in the police. Is that right? If I'm right, then I suggest you stop your search. The place I was shown by the mask was not meant for the living. I barely escaped with my life. Stop while your mind and body remain intact. What if I told you there was another option? What other option? In the month before I first met you, I had time to examine the ancient texts in this shrine. And as the mask grew further away, I loosened its grips on my mind. I knew then it would someday make its way back to me, and so I became determined to find a way to protect myself and my grandchildren from its influence. The darkness of the common Kai and its ritual object are but manipulations used to sever our connection with what is truly divine. The mask breeds darkness. Dark forces can invade all manner of living and non-living things, driving them to violence or death. That which is evil cannot be used or tolerated. It must be destroyed. It is the only way to save us from this grip. Destroy the mask? I thought you said it couldn't be done. Not physically.
Grandma, is everything alright? I overheard you talking about the mask again.
Yes, dear. Well, you needn't worry. In fact, it's good you're here. All this talk involves you. Why, you've trained in exorcism and purification rituals for some time, haven't you? Such a ritual can purify the mask and turn it into a mere piece of wood. Should we gather the right materials, of course. I can tell from the look in your eyes that you think me to be senile, but I'm quite serious. Even modern rituals have ancient roots, and with enough conviction, they are still capable of great power. Before, I was content to die as long as the mask didn't hurt my children, as I was too feeble to do what was necessary myself. But now seeing you here, I see a second chance to do what is right. If you truly do know what the mask is, then you must help me destroy it.
Slow down. I didn't come here to be involved in a ritual or exorcism or whatever you call it. I only want the truth of the common Kai, which you still haven't given me.
You're a stubborn one, aren't you? So be it. And see, there is only one way to change your mind. The only trace of what happened that day would be at the common Kai compound itself. The records of its location are lost, and they were never made public, but I know where it is.
What's the catch?
Go there, search for your truth, see what worshipping the mask has wrought. When you return, you'll help me destroy it.
What makes you so confident I'll change my mind?
I went back years ago. In honesty, I'm not sure why. Perhaps to remind myself of my sins. What I saw and felt in that place was tainted by darkness and death. Those two things are all the mask will afford you. There's something else.
I had a feeling you'd say that.
The heavy, unnatural air I felt when I returned to the compound, it had the same stench, the same quality of the tunnels where I searched for Emiko.
Sounds like a superstition to me. So what exactly is it you want in exchange for the information?
I believe the energies of the mask and that place are linked. I want you to bring something back from there, anything. It may help with the ritual. Looking for the truth will not bring you peace, detective. Verifying the mask very well might. Remember that. The compound is in the forest of Aokigahara.
Aokigahara? Hey, that's the suicide forest.
Suicide forest? What a dreadful name. Though I suppose those woods have seen their fair share of tragedy and death.
You can't just go charging in there. It's dangerous. What if you get lost? GPS doesn't work in there. And I even heard some compasses won't point north. Not only that, well, a lot of people go there to die. I don't think you should go. You two keep talking about the mask like it's some evil spirit causing you pain, but I think the pain you're feeling isn't caused by the mask. It's just you. So many nights after the girl died in the shrine, I had nightmares. Every corner I went around, I thought I'd see her there. It wasn't until a ritual or charm that made me better, though. I just stopped listening to the fear. I confronted it. When you took me to see Takashi for the first time, I left Kamakura since April. It's embarrassing to admit it, but I was scared. And yeah, Takashi telling me all this stuff that mom and dad was scary, but it was the truth. I wasn't hiding from some demon I invented for myself. Anyway, I know you might not listen to me, but I don't think you should put yourself in danger just so you can keep chasing your demons.
Maybe you're right. But some demons have a way of spreading to others. Seeing the Kamenkai compound is something I have to do.
Well, it's your choice, but Aokigahara is huge. How are you gonna find one compound?
Mai makes a great point. Been a long time. Are you sure you remember where it is?
Of course I do. I know what you must think of me, but I'm not senile. It's a hike away from a bus stop on the outskirts of Narusawa. We used to go there into town occasionally for surprise. Surprise! Several miles away from the
Several. What has always happened?
Several miles away from the bus stop, there's a clearing and a path there used time to time by the Forest Service. I'll draw you a map before you leave. You continue for some time and eventually you'll blocked off. Keep going forward and don't turn back or leave the path. The forest can play tricks on you.
Supposing the path is still there, it seems pretty incredible to me that the compound would have been left alone all these years.
It still stands. After all, why would they bother to go and dismantle it? Go search for whatever truth you think you'll find. But be careful, detective. Do what must be done, but then leave. Staying there is dangerous. I hope that once you enter that place and feel the energy I did, you'll have the sense to see what I never could. You understand, don't you? The mask must be purified.
Oh man. Oh, I'm gonna go down this rabbit hole and see where it leads. Could be a terrible, terrible ending, but we've come this far, right? And I already left him the first time, so hopefully I can redeem myself. There's someone else down in the dark. I have to know what will happen to him.
Down there? That's true, then you've already lost him. I'll begin preparations for the ceremony regardless. I see her out.
You never said anything like that to me. You must have really scared her. Listen, I'll help you with this ritual because I think it will help Grandma get better. But don't get yourself killed. I know in your eyes I'm probably just a kid, but I know how much it hurts to want the truth. Takashi obsessed over the past, and I was miserable not knowing. Grandma almost went insane on top of that. Grandma said it herself. You're still young. You should forget all about all this and start over. And you might not want to hear this, but listening to you talk about masks and spirits, well, you sound like that girl at the shrine. It scares me, and it should scare you too. Take care of yourself, Ito.
Wait a minute. If she remembers a girl, then there is magic in this world. Not good magic, but it's magic nonetheless. Aokigahara, better known as the Suicide Forest, despite its nickname, the volcanic earth it grows on make the forest beautiful and green. Every year, however, large numbers of people wander in, intending it to be their final resting place. Occasionally, authorities have to comb through it for new bodies. That's morbid. That's very morbid. No doubt about it, this is the path the old Kawana lady was talking about. Better proceed cautiously. It looks like I could easily lose my way in this overgrowth. The path wasn't so hard to find. It's a miracle no one stumbled on the compound before, even by accident. No time to think about that now. I have to keep moving. I don't even want to imagine getting lost in here at night. Oh yeah, that's great. I'm so glad the music just upstarted right now. Oh. Three statues covered in moss. Hello! And overgrowth. It looks like one is missing. Depiction of Ojizo-sama. It said that praying to these statues can help guide the souls of children who died young. It looks so old and forgotten. It's kind of sad to see them abandoned like this. How could these statues help anyone out in such a dark place? Gonna decrease the music a little bit because it's very loud on both ends. Now we're in a sewer. No, you're not real. Or maybe you are real. I wouldn't know. Reina, what is she doing here? Huh? Wait, where am I? No, anyone, anywhere but here. I don't want to remember this. Why now? Ito, why did you come here? You've left me here to die again, haven't you? It was your fault that this happened to me. You're so selfish. You never care about what happens to anyone but yourself. People who get hurt along the way are just collateral damage. It's all about you and what you want. You. You're not looking for me. You only want to hurt the girl. To hurt the old woman, to see everyone who gets in your way suffer. Wait, no, that's not true. I would never do anything. I would have done anything to change what happened to you. Make it go away. I can't bear to look at it anymore. Stop. Make it stop. I don't want to remember. Hey, what a good idea. Remembering hurts, doesn't it? Let me take away all that pain. Let's forget together, Ayami-chan. What's it say? Let's go get together. Let's forget together. Let's forget to get. What the No! What if I wait? What if I wait again? What will happen? Is there an option? A hidden option somewhere? Maybe? Am I just gonna go insane? I'm just gonna wait. Maybe. Oh boy. Fine. What? What? I'm clicking stay on the path. Nothing is not working. Oh. An Ojizo-sama statue. I feel a familiar presence as I pick it up. Anaka? Oh, maybe I should go back. And put the Ojizo-sama statue back. Or I can't. Never mind. It's all good. Wait, what? What the fuck? This is not real. Jeez, the way you were sleeping, I thought you'd never wake up. Huh? Where?
夢でも見てるの
Hazuki? Thank goodness you're okay. I knew I'd find you. Find me? What are you talking about? I haven't gone anywhere. I saw you on the ground. Rain, she slit your throat. Must have been one hell of a nightmare you had. Nothing a good cup of coffee can't fix. Speaking of, I fixed the coffee machine and you can officially file that case as closed. Hey, you okay? You look a little out of it. Take your time getting ready. I'll be in the other room. Yeah, thanks, Kazuki. What is this? I was looking for something, wasn't I? Why can't I remember? My heart's beating a mile a minute. I can't shake this feeling of dread that's hanging in the air. This is real, right? I want it to be real. Not real. Wake up. You need to wake up. Well, at least the pills aren't there to like hint that it's not real. Welcome back to the real world, sleepyhead. Oh, you're not dressed. You didn't forget about our picnic, didn't you? Picnic? We were going to have a picnic in the park and see the cherry blossoms, remember? I know it's not exactly traditional, but I figured we could grab a pizza on the way over too. It's an important time of year after all. Did you forget that too? Don't you remember when the cherry blossoms fell and you saved those two girls at the shrine? You're a hero. Saved? No, I'm no hero. She died. I killed her. She's always trying to stop me from Kazuki. Something doesn't feel right. This isn't where I'm supposed to be. Of course it is. We're together, the sun's out, we got Lady Fluff. Yeah. Isn't this what you wanted? With your parents gone, Lady Fluff and I are the only family you've got left. This is where you belong. And we love you, Ayami-chan. That's why you'll come with us. Come on, we got to get going. Go? Where are you taking me? Somewhere safe. Safe? Why? Where was I going? Where's the path? The path isn't for you, it leads to suffering. So let's leave the path and be happy. Forever. Let me out. What? Isn't this nice? We're all here like one big happy family. We don't need anyone else. 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 It's better this way. Stay here. Stay here where it's safe. Stay here and rot, Ayami. Kazuki? What's the matter with you? Nothing is the matter. We're exactly where we need to be. This is all so wonderful. I've taken you somewhere safe just like I promised, far away from places you didn't belong. You'll stay here so you can't hurt anyone anymore. Free from all those pesky, painful memories, so let's forget together. Lie down where it's comfortable and stay here. Forever and ever and ever and ever. No. Knowing the pain won't make it go away. Kazuki wouldn't want me to forget. He'd tell me to keep going. I know this place. I've been here before. It's drenched in the same suffering as before. Reina, why did you take me here? Why won't you leave me alone? Why do you want me hurt? Why do you want me to hurt so badly? Why did you come here? Don't make me remember. Oh shit. I've never felt Reina's presence so strongly before. If I didn't come to my senses, I might have. Why now? What's in this forest that she doesn't want me to see?